as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Okay, Coach, well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Saquon Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Go set, 30 base. 80 weapons. You got to go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Geis. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Alpha. Like 22, he's coming. Gone.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Snap.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight dog. Tight dog. One. Check 43.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
It's just me. One. Check.
Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. From the gun, Mariota. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
First down, Steelers.
On the run, it's Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And an alley to run. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Mariota steps away to his left. And he's got room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I got you.
They'll run on first down. Whitfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Watch the whip. Check.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Yeah.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Dallas Goddard. Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go four verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
It's our time.
Final play of the half here. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now after the run by Geis, here's first and 10. Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On first down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second and 11 now. Mariota, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To the air again, Mariota. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Barkley. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Throwing is Mariota, and he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him. Interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your own. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 3rd down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Mariota now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll go to Barkley again, able to slither by. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Right there in the middle, 55. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Three.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. One.
First down, Mariota. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll throw again. Mariota. Wide open receiver, complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Matt Wild now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, Draper. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to... Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's second down. Throwing here, Mariota staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Throwing, Mariota, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 79. Steelers, they broaden their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run,